Hey everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do a title page for a series of scrapbook pages. So I'm going to scrapbook a road trip that my husband and I took with another couple last September. Okay, so I have cut several images using my Cricut, including this road trip sign. And then I have printed out a map of the area that we went to in September in southern Colorado. So I've printed out that map on photo paper. It's a 5x7, and then I trimmed it down a bit and matted it. And I've cut my title using my Cricut. So I'll give information about the Cricut collections that I used in the description below, along with that mountain scene. Okay, so I'm going to use the CozyUp collection to create this page, and this will be a single page since it's a title page starting my scrapbook, okay, or a section of my scrapbook. So I'm going to use this falling leaf page as my base, and then I'm going to cut a 2-inch strip of this scarlet pattern paper, and then I'm going to set it at a diagonal and cut from corner to corner to create 2 diagonal strips. One will be at the top of the page and one will be at the bottom. And then I'm going to bring in this paprika pattern paper, and it has little sentiments about fall. So make sure when you cut your page or your strip at a diagonal that your sentiments will be reading in the correct direction. Okay, so one will go at the bottom and one will go at the top. It has things like falling leaves and different fall-related sayings and sentiments. Then I'm going to bring in a strip of this mocha plaid paper, and that'll be at the top and bottom. I thought I was going to use a zip strip with the same sentiments, but it was kind of redundant, so I decided to use the mocha plaid instead. And then I've cut this giant mountain scene from, I believe it's the Camping Out collection on Cricut, in mocha and toffee. And then I'll have my matted mat of where we went. And the area is referred to as the Highway of Legends. And I offset my title on 2 different colors. I used shortbread and also mocha because I wasn't sure which was going to pop on that background. And ultimately I decided on shortbread with scarlet letters to spell out Highway of Legends. So this area of southern Colorado, it's referred to Highway of Legends. It's some Native American stories about the rock formations and also some Wild West stories as well. So I'm going to use a stamp set that is called Lovin' Right Now, and it has a few sayings and it has a nice journal block. So I'm going to stamp those out in mocha on shortbread, and I'll be fussy cutting them off camera. So I have that circle with the sentiment that says fun times. And then the other is great friends and good friends and great adventures. So just have them all stamped out on shortbread with mocha. And then I'll do some quick journaling. I've sped this up super fast. So I have the date, which was last September. We did a little leaf peeping and we saw some of the elk that were still on rut. And just a good time with friends. We each brought our dogs. At the time we only had one and they have one, so it was good. We got an Airbnb and it was a good weekend. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start assembling. So I'll keep the beginning, it's basically just gluing, and then we'll skip ahead. So we have this 1/2-inch strip at the base, and then we'll add this diagonal strip. So since it gets so tiny on the end, I'm using wet glue and also the tape runner. And fortunately, the tape runner is forgiving because each time I went to put it down, you can't slide it like you can wet glue. So forgetting that and needed to pick it up and put it in the right place. Managed to make it work. And then we'll add this other strip. I think these diagonal lines kind of look like mountains, or gives that sort of effect. And then we'll add the cricket cut. So even though the map is, well, technically it's printed out on photo paper, so, but even if you don't have photos, you can create your title page. And I just wanted to introduce the trip and show the different towns that we went to on that map. And then the pictures will follow on following pages. So I think things are lining up okay here. And I've popped that map with foam tape. And then we'll go ahead and add all the other components to the page. Came together pretty quickly. And add my little road trip sign. So now I've got the stickers from cozyup, and I'm going to pull a few of these falling leaf pictures or stickers. And I'll create a little cluster with some of the stamped images. And we'll get those down. And then for the last step, I'm going to add some cozyup dots and scatter those around. Oh, but before I do that, I'm going to highlight some of these stamped images using a paprika shimmer brush. Just to add a little bit more color to those stamped pieces. Easy to add a little color there and a little bit of shimmer. And then we'll add some of those cozyup dots. So I'm going to use these toffee ones that they're sparkly like gold. I'm going to use the circles, the dots. And we'll scatter a whole bunch of those around. So I'll make a list of all these supplies that I used, and I'll give some information about the cricket cuts in the description below with links. And you can do a similar page if you've done some road trips this summer or last fall like we did. All right, I think we're going to call that done. We'll give some close-up shots here. And stay tuned, I'll have more pictures from this trip. And I'll show you how to stretch this collection using mix-in papers with the Makerswithheart video hop that's coming up soon. So I appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And thanks for watching.